Yeah, we're back. A little Liong Mah action. Have we done a Liong Mah before? Yes, we have. And we're going to do another one. Yes, we are. And check it out. Here we go. Well, we did that GSD, that's made by Reate. We did his GSD, the bling with the carbon fiber and everything. And we get all the goods, right? Get the patch with the Velcro, kabang. You get the sticker, Liong Mah design. I guess it shows up like this. This is better. And you get the cloth. And you get a microfiber pouch with his logo on it. So you get all that stuff. Okay, let's get all that back in the box. And we get a knife. They give you a knife. Let's get it out. This is the Endeavour. And I'm going to endeavor to discuss it here today. Bang. This is a bigger knife than the GSD. And one thing that really struck me, now this knife, before we get too far, comes in kind of some different iterations. This one is called the bling, or at least that's the way it was told to me. And I don't think that that's how they call it on Blade HQ. Frame lock, textured titanium, hand satin. So $437.75. And here's your stats. It says 35 VN, clip point, flat grind, plain, tie, 5.4 ounces. It's, of course, a titanium frame lock flipper made by Reate in China. Hand rub satin finish. And then, of course, you can pause and read machining. And it's got kind of that orange peel thing on the frame. Check that out. See? Kind of an orange peel. Yeah, we maybe get it less dramatic here and give you a little bit better look at it. See the backspacer? It just comes together. It's like the two halves. So you're augering out a lot of titanium because you got to have it that thick to mill through, right? And keep this here. So, you've got that much extra that you've milled out all the way through, and you've just left this shelf here on both sides. You got the hardened steel insert, like it says here, S35 VN, hand rubbed. So, one thing that I know I pointed out, and I wasn't really trying to bitch about it, but it was that kind of real rugged blade grind. And if you have a Liong Mah GSD, you know what I'm talking about, a real kind of grainy grind all the way across here, which is intentional, obviously, because they can make other blade finishes, as they do. And what was I thinking? Oh, the Torrent. If I have a Torrent, and I should have put it on the table, but my Torrent has that kind of grainy grind along the blade too. But this is really smooth. This is kind of what I more expect, especially at this price point. But it's not, I don't think it's about the money necessarily. The reason they did that other kind of grind, it's just a textural thing from a design standpoint, I guess. And you've got that kind of really nice orange peel look inside here, where you have this fuller and it's, got a cut through here. You've got, this jimping here on this blade is not nearly aggressive as the GSD. The GSD was sharp. I mean, that was sharp. This is not near as aggressive, but it's very effective. It'll grate your calluses off, that's for sure. Like I said, frame lock, pretty substantial lockup, but not overly heavy. pivots, just kind of fit right in. They're pretty seamless with the rest of the body of the knife. The pocket clip is not overwhelming in any way, shape, or form, and kind of just clunks, fits right down there, fitted right into the scales. And obviously you don't see the hardware from the outside, which means obviously the screw comes in from the inside. And it looks like maybe through the backspacer here, because you don't see it otherwise. Isn't that wild? It's cool. I didn't notice that before. Sometimes I look at things so carefully when I do a review, it's things that I didn't notice before. See how they've machined out, they've skeletonized the upper scale here? A lot. For weight savings. Well, they've got that solid backspacer there. It's not integral because there are two halves that are joined together. But it does give you a little bit of that look, doesn't it? And then you got a lanyard hole out the end with some texturing or jimping here on that backspacer as it comes out the back. Oh, one thing, I'm sorry. The action is incredible. I should have talked about this earlier. The action is incredible. The action on this knife is wonderful. Reate, wow. I mean, now I don't know if I just got a good one or this is the way they are, but I think this is the way they are. So I think you can count on this. This action is really incredible. It is just really smooth on this knife. And I think the GSD was really nice too. So, but this one, there's something, I don't know if it's the fact that you feel this little really kind of real, it's not like heavy orange peel, but it's got that little, the wire wheel whisk type kind of finish, texturing. That feels silky unto itself. And then this silky hand rubbed finish is really nice. But that thing is just sweet. I mean, I really felt when I got this knife out and looked it over for a while and kind of messed with it, that maybe it needed more. It's just a big, huge blank canvas. And if you've seen his Remedy or his Warrior or his his CRKT GSD, they are just, silver all the way, nothing. So it leaves a lot of room for, individualizing if you wanted to do that. To me, I would have thought maybe either doing some more sculpting like Reate did on the Torrent, or doing some more design work on the scales, multi-level machining. But the contouring is beautiful, isn't it? This is just a smooth, beautiful contour design. Look at that. How smooth and seamless that is. It is a real experience to feel that. It's really smooth. It's really interesting to the touch. It really is. Really silky. Silky is the word I'm looking for. Silky. On the other hand, it's a kind of a blank canvas. It just depends. And I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. Do you like that one solid kind of contiguous look of that, metal silver extension there all the way through? Maybe that is the industrial kind of look that Liong was looking for. And that if he had done a cutaway with some, blued carbon fiber or something like that, would that have been an issue? Something that he wouldn't want? I don't know. I just keep thinking there's a lot of silver here. On the other hand, there's a lot of real silky, well-contoured, beautifully machined silver here. So, I mean, you know, you can kind of think of that either way. It is an experience to have your hand on this knife because that action is really nice. And this is not as small as the GSD. And I was kind of, in a way, had my little fantasy about what if the GSD was just bigger. Well, this isn't the exact same design, but it's bigger and it's a good design. You got a 3 3/4 inch blade, and you can almost argue 4 if you lay a ruler down at the base, because you know you're talking about the closest edge here, where down here you're almost making it 4. You're almost making it 4. Okay, so overall, 8 5/8, 22 centimeters. But that's not quite 100. Well, I mean, look at that. I mean, if you look at the bottom metric part, that's 100 millimeters. I mean, but when you bring it up here, see, you're at 95. Whatever. Just depends on how you want to measure it. Any case, what do we got here? 4 millimeter? Not quite. Oh, basically 4. Basically 4 millimeter, which is good, heavy stuff. 0.153. Can we get it around here? Yeah, we can. So, right at a 1/2 inch, which is 13 millimeters. So it feels, I mean, it's fat enough, and I love these contours, so it feels comfortable in the hand. And that pocket clip is like nothing. It's like nothing. So, no, that doesn't cause a problem for me. You can go forward here. You see how you've got this area here where you could put a finger forward there too, if you wanted to, for finer work. And reverse grip. Great. Feels good. Feels comfortable. And with the 4 millimeter stock, you still got some power up here on the tip. So you got some piercing ability, but you got such a high flat grind that great slicer, right? And you've got the knife open, the flipper tab disappears. So this, I mean, just the actual scales make it a guard here. And the flipper tab disappears. So it makes it a little bit better for cutting. I mean, for slicing or chopping, because you really, I mean, a lot of knives, the flipper tab sends down so far that you're like this at angle before you can make contact. But look at that. It's close, but you're not quite there, but you're pretty close. You got a lot of contact here for that chopping. Like that. I like that. Here we go to the painful part. LTK is going to cut a piece of paper. S35 the end. Don't let me down. So, in any case, let's do this again. Start over. There you go. See? Like Zorro. Zorro never had so much sorrow when he tried to cut something. There you go. In any case, yes, it's sharp out of the box. Yeah, and you can feel that. We'll shave hair off your arm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, it will. So, yes. Okay. Enough said. Got the Liong Mah logo. And it's not billboarded up, is it? There's not a lot on here. It's a pretty clean look. Let's get back to the action. Is that some sweet? That is some sweet stuff. That is just really good. That is good all the way around. Well, at least you get the patch, you get the pouch, you get the sticker, you get the microfiber bag, you get the microfiber cloth. That's that's nice. It's very protective of the knife, and you know it's over $400 knife. Maybe you can grab it for under $400 somewhere. I don't know. I know one thing. It's a lot of knife. You know, almost really a 4-inch blade if you think about, you know, your measurement here. Cutting edge would be less, way less. Okay, but I mean, there you go. Oh, well, I stuck this in front of your face, right? So yeah, pause and read and all that stuff. This is, you know, and I haven't had his Warrior and some of his others in my hand, just the GSD in this one. Between the two, I think the GSD kind of makes it more sophisticated and classy for me. But as far as the overall knife, oh, I prefer this one. I like the Endeavour. And look online, go and look on Blade HQ or whatever and look at the different levels of Endeavour you can get. I think they're priced about the same. It's just, do you want the hand rubbed? Do you not? And whatever. I don't know if they got a stone washed or regular grind, whatever that kind of thing is. But yes, I did want the hand rubbed. And this is called the bling. I mean, where I got mine. So I said, bling me. I definitely want the bling. I want bling for my money. And this is really silky smooth. And the action is just beautiful. Can't tell you how that feels. That just feels really good. You know, look at that flipper tab. I mean, when we're talking about it. See how that goes? It's jimping on it. That ain't much of a tab, is it? That is just not much. And it doesn't need to be. It really doesn't. Now, so if you live in Canada, too bad. It's the gravity flip thing that'll get you every time. Yeah, it's about a 6.5 on the detent scale. It's got good detent and it holds, and once it goes, it goes. I mean, can you fail it? I think you can fail any knife. I'm gonna try and fail it. Oh wow, this is tough to fail. That's really strange. It does hold it. Ooh, I don't know. Wow, this is one of the toughest ones I've ever tried to fail. I mean, I could fail a $2,000 custom. This one's a little tougher. I mean, by the time it lets go, it's got your finger right there on the top of the frame, and it's got to go. Okay, finally. That's close though. That's really tough. That's great action. That thing just, whew. That's nice. That's nice. All right, guys. I'm done. Done playing. Subscribe if you want. We just keep exploring. You know, and I know I may not be as responsive to everything you want me to do on this channel because I kind of buy what I like. I buy the designs that I'm attracted to, and they could be $400 or they could be $18. It just depends. So we bounce around a lot. And hopefully the variety is interesting. So maybe I'm making good choices. I don't know. I'm making choices at least. So you know, you can make a bad choice. The worst thing is to make no choice at all. And somebody said that. It wasn't just me. Take care. You know what we do. We love them knives. So stay sharp.